I've said it to people too.
Too often these words are dared to do something foolish or wrong, but not always.
God's clear challenge appears throughout the Bible. He seems to be saying to each of us, I dare you to trust me with all your heart and do what I want you to do.
For the next few weeks, the sixth grade is going to be sharing stories about real people who bravely accepted the challenge to trust in God.
None of them were perfect, and some of them even did terrible things, but all of them discovered how to trust and obey God.
Yes, and they were obedient to Him.
And they had faith in God.
And they're courageous.
Listen and watch as we share today about one of our great Bible heroes, Abraham. Oh, and in case you did not know, Jesus was a descendant of Abraham.
I remember learning a fun song about Father Abraham. Father Abraham had many sons.
Right. That is a great song. We want to focus today on the man Abraham. Yes, Abraham was a man who did something because he believed. He believed in God, and he believed God. He had faith in God, and he was courageous.
Now as our story begins, Abraham is called Abram, which means exalted father. This is interesting because he is not yet a father. God changes his name later in the story.
In the land of Haran lived a righteous man, and with him lived Sarah his wife. His name was Abram, and he was 75 years old. One day the Lord spoke to Abram, saying,
I'm going to bless your life. Abram,
The Lord God said,
leave your family and country tonight. Go to the land I will show you, where your numbers will grow and be plenty. He obeyed the Lord and left with his nephew Lot and Sarah and all the possessions and slaves they had gotten while in Haran.
When they came to the land of Canaan, Abram went as far as the sacred tree of Moreh in the town of Shechem. The Lord appeared to Abram and promised,
I will give this land to your family.
Abram built an altar there for the Lord. Later, Abram and Lot went their separate ways, and the Lord said to Abram,
Look all around to the north, south, east, and west. I will give you and your family all the land you can see. It will be theirs forever. I will give you so many descendants that there will be more of them than there are specks of dust on the earth. Someday it will be easier to count the specks of dust than to count your descendants. Now walk back and forth the land. I'm giving it to you. Look to the heavens and tell me, how many stars are up in the sky? That's how many descendants you will have as generations pass by you. I will make your life rich and abundant. Through you, all the earth will be blessed. Your offspring will become a strong nation. With my guidance, you will meet every test.
Abram believed the Lord, and the Lord was pleased.
God came to Abram one day and said, You will have a son. Now God had changed Abram's name to Abraham, because Abraham means father of many nations. Sarah heard inside their tent and laughed. Since they were both very old and had not been able to have any children.
But God can do all things. And when a year had passed, he gave Abraham and Sarah their own son at last. God loved Sarah even though she had laughed. Now she had a young son to look after. Abraham named the boy Isaac, which means he laughs, to remind them of their laughter. Several years passed, and Isaac was a true joy to Abraham and Sarah. Abraham knew his life was truly blessed. But God wanted to know whom Abraham loved the most, so he put Abraham's name to a test.
The Lord said to Abraham,
Go upon the mountain and take your only son Isaac along, for there you will make a burnt offering to me as you sacrifice Isaac your son. So Abraham got up early the next morning and chopped wood for the fire. He put a saddle on his donkey and left with Isaac and 2 servants for the place where God had told him to go. 3 days later, Abraham looked off in the distance and saw the place. He told his servants,
Stay here with the donkey. My son and I are going over there to worship, but we will come back.
Abraham put the wood on Isaac's shoulder while he rocky terrain, Isaac turned to his father, saying,
Here's the wood, but where's the lamb to be slain?
Abraham answered.
God provides well for us. He will provide the lamb.
Abraham built the altar and laid Isaac down. And as he drew out his knife, the Lord's angel cried out, Abraham, Abraham! He answered.
Here I am.
The angel said, Do not lay hands on the boy or harm him at all. Now I know that you obey God since you are ready to offer your only son.
Abraham looked and saw a ram caught by its horns in the bushes. He took the ram and sacrificed it instead of his son. Abraham named the place, The Lord will give you what you need.
The Lord's angel called out from the heavens a second time.
Since you are ready to offer God your only son, the Lord makes you a solemn promise.
I will bless you and give you a large family. Someday you will have as many descendants as there are stars in the sky or grains of sand on the beach. They will defeat their enemies and take over the cities where their enemies live. You have obeyed me, and so all nations on earth will ask your descendants for me to bless them, and I will.
So from this story, you can see that Abraham was courageous. He had faith in God and was obedient to God.
Wow, that was an awesome story. What a great hero.
You have probably heard of the Baseball Hall of Fame and the Basketball Hall of Fame and the Football Hall of Fame. But did you know that God has a Hall of Fame too?
Yes, we are learning about this in Bible class. In Hebrews chapter 11, God tells us some of the men and women who trusted him for great things. We might call it the Hall of Faith, and Abraham is listed there. He was just an ordinary man who came to believe the gods of wood and clay and stone were not gods at all. Abraham came to trust in the true and living God.
Listen to these verses from Hebrews 11 or the Hall of Faith.
By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going.
By faith, he made his home in the promised land, like a stranger in a foreign country. He lived in tents as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. By faith, Abraham, even though he was past your age, and Sarah herself was barren, was enabled to become a father because he considered him faithful who had made the promise.
And so, from this one man, and he is good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as countless as the sand on the seashore.
All these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance. They admitted that they were aliens and strangers on earth.
As we end our chapel today, we want to remember this great hero of faith, this hero who followed and trusted God, this hero who was courageous in his stand to follow him.
We know today there are many heroes in our world, but we also make sure we keep our eyes on the godly heroes. And there are lots of superheroes that we love to watch on TV and movies. But let's not focus on the ones who came from someone's imagination and judge their comic books. Let's focus on the ones who did exist and who really were super people.
Let's focus on the ones from the Bible.
And we always want to remember that we have the greatest